Welcome to the Adventures in Alchemy podcast, where we share tips, techniques, and true stories to support you in using the law of attraction and alchemy to create magic and live the life of your dreams. Here's your host, the founder of dailyalchemy.com, Michelle Martin Dobbins.
Hi there, it's Michelle Martin Dobbins. Welcome to the Adventures in Alchemy podcast. And today I want to talk to you about something that I alluded to a little bit in the last episode, which is, do I have to be a weirdo to be spiritual? In my last episode, I talked about how a lot of my friends don't necessarily know about my spiritual life. And some do. Some of my friends that are in online groups or at the Unity Church that I go to sometimes, or Reiki groups that I sometimes attend. But a lot of my other friends, mommy friends, family friends, friends from different organizations that aren't necessarily spiritual, I don't necessarily throw that out there unless it comes up. It's not something that I have to talk about to everyone. Because as I've said, a lot of my processes are internal, and the ones that are external are usually in my house or some. Not always. I mean, and here's the thing: you get to be you, be who you are. I do like crystals, and I like pendulums, and I like altars. Although most of my altars don't look like altars, except for probably the one in my bedroom. I sometimes wear, unicorn dresses and crazy clothes and flowy skirts, I do, and I love abundance oil, so, in that way, yeah, I'm a little different from the mainstream. I do have that hippie side to me, but, that's perfectly fine. But if that's not you, if you're a person who likes to dress in suits and high heels, or business suits and high heels, or your tie and your dress clothes, or whatever. If you are not into crystals and you're not into any essential oils or any of that stuff, guess what? That does not keep you from growing yourself spiritually, from using alchemy, from using the law of attraction. And you can even do it secretly if you want. But I will tell you something. Sometimes people will begin to ask, hey, what's going on? Why is all this good stuff happening to you? Why are you so happy all the time? And that's like the best thing for me, because I don't want to go out and say, "Hey, you need to do this, hey, you need to do that," unless you come to my website, and then I will. Or you listen to my podcast, and then I will give you my advice. But to my friends in the real life, I am not there to coach them. I'm not there to mentor them and make them change how they live their lives unless they ask me to. But if they come to me and they say, "Hey, what's going on? Why is everything so easy for you? Why are you getting these things?" Then yeah, I'll share. I'll point them in that direction. But it doesn't mean I need to. Doesn't mean you need to. But don't think that you need to change who you are to grow spiritually. I personally feel like I was always a little weird and a little different, and not necessarily in the mainstream of what most people like. And that was hard for me when I was young, but I'm totally cool with it now. Even though I know that a lot of times I can go to a mommy group and not stand out as weird at all. Okay, maybe that's just me thinking that. Maybe I do. Either way, it's fine. But I want you to know that everything in your life will change when you start focusing on your spiritual growth, and nothing has to change too. I mean, as far as what you like, you can still watch. I don't even know. TV shows elude me because I don't watch that many. You can still watch whatever TV shows you watch. You can watch Bones. You can watch NCIC. You can watch, what is that hospital one? I don't know. We like to watch Vikings here in my house, and Defiance, are two favorites. But yeah, you can live a life in this world and be part of the world and still have your spiritual practices and it can all really work together. In fact, that's a lot of what I teach. That's why I call my blog Daily Alchemy. Not because I write there daily, because I certainly do not, but it's the alchemy that I practice in my daily normal life. I am not a monk. I do not sit and meditate for 5 hours a day. I have 4 children. I homeschool them. I help my husband run a business. I do my daily alchemy posts and these podcasts. So, and I like to travel and I like to have fun and I like to go out to eat and I like to hike. I like to do a lot of things. So, I have to make my spiritual practice part of my life and not a separate thing. That's why I build my meditation into my day. I build a lot of my practices into my day, and you can do that too. So don't be afraid to dive in and start to grow your spiritual practice. And don't worry about what anybody thinks about it, but just remember, do it your way. You are unique and your way is perfect. So until next time, namaste.
Thanks for listening to the Adventures in Alchemy podcast. Connect with me on thedailyalchemy.com or Facebook at facebook.com/Michelle Dobbins, author. Join us next time for even more magical life tips.